Lauterbach with us here on Wisconsin.golf, a second Wisconsin State Women's Open Championship, this one in a playoff over Bobby Stricker. What was harder, winning and out-dueling her or not talking to her for 19 holes today?
To be honest, out-dueling her, I think we both had a mutual understanding of keeping our head down and not talking to each other. I mean, it was definitely hard because sometimes you're like, oh, it's a good shot, like, you know, you just want to talk. But it's like, okay, good shot, I'm moving on, kind of deal. But it was definitely neck and neck there for a while.
And I should explain on this video, since I did on the other one with Bobby, that normally when you guys play together, it's chatter from hole 1 through hole 18, right?
Yes.
And a lot of it, or what kind of things do you talk about, and what is a normal round of golf like?
It depends. I mean, in tournament play, I've gotten a lot better with not talking to people. I struggle focusing when I play golf. I mean, on and off the golf course, if we're being real here. So it's not just Bobby. I gotta keep my head down no matter who I play with. Even if it's a stranger, I can make friends with anyone. So I just gotta, like, I'm looking at my feet and we're walking forward. Well,
it brings to mind a picture I think I have of you at University Ridge in the state tournament where you're waiting on number 2, and it looked like everyone was listening to you talk. And so that was probably back in those days, that's what it was all about, wasn't it? And they were probably all good friends of yours.
100%. Me and Mia were joking on the...
Congratulations.
Thank you. We were joking all week. Like, she's like, oh, I want to play with you so bad. And I was like, I do not want to play with you. Like, obviously, like, I don't want to play with her. Like, she knows that. It's no hard feelings. Like,
right.
I won't play good because she's going to talk to me. I won't be able to control myself, and I'm going to talk. She plays better when we play together because she needs to be more loose, and I need to be more focused. So it works for her, but not me. And in high school, it definitely showed. Every time we played together, we always joked that she played so well and I played so bad.
So let's get in the nuts and bolts of this, because I know Culver's is waiting.
Yes.
After your bogey on 15 in regulation, you get to 16 and you knock one in there tight to get it back and get the lead. And then before you putted, though, Bobby almost holes a putt from, she says 70 feet. It felt longer. But take me through what you were seeing there and how you reacted to seeing what she did on your putt. I
mean, I bogeyed 2 holes in a row, and I was just like, okay, like, it's not over. You got to get it in here. I hit it close. She hit that putt, and I literally thought it was in. I was like, I mean, you took a video. You probably see my face in the background. I was like, oh my gosh, like, that thing broke a lot. That was 70 feet, and it lipped out, and I was like, oh my gosh. Then I was like, okay, focus, Emily. I was like, get that out of your head now. You got to make this putt now in front of you. And then 17, it became truly match play where you both go over the green. Yeah,
yours probably wasn't quite as offline as hers was, but you were left with the same predicament where you had to, you had to get up and down to, maintain that lead.
Yeah.
What are you seeing? She hits the pin before you have a chance to putt, so that's probably just like the other hole. What were you seeing?
Well, I don't even know how I went long, to be honest. We were talking about it, and I mean, I saw Bobby go long, and I was like, okay, so I had another club in mind. I was going to be one more club than what I actually hit, because I'm so glad I didn't, because I would have been, in the long stuff, dropping. But on that chip, I'm very confident with my 60-degree wedge. I knew I had to just hit it on the green and it would roll right to the pin, and it did. Should have read the break, maybe it would have made it. But it was perfect speed, so tapped that in, and I knew that I just had to do something okay on 18, and sadly I did not.
Well, and I think maybe there your length got the best of you, because you got, I think Claire told me you had 50 some odd yards in, and is that kind of an in-between club? I know that you've been trying to hit this little backboard here, and you finally did it, I think, kind of in the playoff, but that time it didn't quite come close.
Yeah, well, okay, so both the players were short.
Yes.
And to be honest, like I was telling the other reporter, I had no idea where the wind was the entire day, and it's blowing 20 miles an hour.
Right.
So it's like, if you're with the wind or against the wind, that's like, 3 clubs different.
Sure.
So I'm like, I have no idea where the wind is, this, that. Okay, I was like, okay, we're just gonna hit the backboard. I had 48 yards in, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna play it like 50, and then I obviously fly it
up to the
way
top.
Over, and
there's no stopping that putt.
I tap it, and it almost went off the green, and I was like, okay, you have a chance to make this putt now, and I left it short, but it worked out.
It did, and then in the playoff, you hit the kind of shot that I'm sure you
I
love
wanted
to
to.
hit, to close out a tournament victory. I mean, I know, Bobby was in position to maybe get up and down and get a par to put the pressure on, but you I'm sure wanted to make that one after hitting it that close.
Yeah, for sure. It broke about 2.5 feet, and it was only 5 feet away from the pin, so she kind of took some pressure off when she missed her par putt, because I was like, okay, pretty much just have to 2-putt this.
Right.
I didn't have to be super aggressive. It trickled in the top, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Wish I could have done that the first time around, but.
Well, you had what did you lay up to there? Was it about 100?
It was 78 yards.
78 yards.
I'm really good at that number, so I was like, okay, you're gonna not cut the corner as much. You're gonna lay it back, because I mean, it's easier to spin from back there. It's easier for me just in general with a fuller club. It wasn't even a full 60, but I mean, from 48 yards, I was like half chipping, half pitching. I didn't know what to do.
Right, trying to bump it up a hill and not knowing what's good on the other side. Second to last question. Having your sister on the bag today with your dad not being able to be here, what was it like? Those of us who go back a long way in junior golf know that she played a lot of golf before you came along, and I'm guessing that in some way, shape, or form, she kind of lays a nice trail for you.
Yeah, for sure. My dad actually prepped her really well. I'm very specific in OCD when it comes to where my bag is, where my glove is, where this and that is. And she knew right away, and she's never known this, so my dad obviously prepped her, and she said he did. So that was really nice, because then it didn't bother me when she tried to do something else that I would have been like, what are you doing?
Right.
And she let me play my game, which is honestly all I always want, because my dad never interferes really, my sister never really did. They carried the bag, which, let my heart not go up and down so much.
Right, exactly.
Especially up some of these hills in the heat.
Yes.
So that was nice.
And last question is, what does this win do for you for the rest of the summer? Confidence at this stage in your game?
To be honest, I've always thought of wind as a way to put myself out there, a way to separate me from the rest of the crowd, because I've always been a good wind player. I hit a dart off the tee that's very, very low, and it runs for a while. And so I really enjoy doing that too. It's more fun that way too. You're not hitting the same shot every hole.
Yep.
You can hit it low, you can hit it high, you can fade it, draw it into the wind. So it boosts my confidence for sure, because I did it good here. I wasn't, trying to do this and it went up instead. So for sure it'll help going into the summer.
And what is next for you, and how does this win make you feel better about what lies ahead?
I think I have the US Am qualifier next. One-day tournament, so I can't shoot 41 like I did here right off the bat. I need to kind of get that 9 out of my head and put all the other 9s together to do that. Honestly, I think going into that tournament, I'll have to do pretty much what I did here, except for start better.
Right. Sounds good. Sounds like a good formula. Emily, congratulations.
Thank you.